This may be one of the best travel video tripods I've used to date. You know what? Hold that thought. This may be one of the best overall travel tripods I have used to date. It is unbelievably engineered. The fact that it's like the Cirque du Soleil of tripods, you can make this thing bend and do things. It's amazing. And it's small, it's compact. It's made of carbon fiber, 3K twilled carbon fiber, CNC machined aluminum. Robust. I mean, there's so much this tripod does, but is it a little over-engineered? That's the question I have on it. Let's talk about this. All right, full disclosure, guys. They sent it to me for review. Yes, I do get to keep it, but there is no say in this video. These are my thoughts and my thoughts only. And I've been using this over the past month and a half on a variety of shoots. I've been using it overseas. I traveled 3 places last month. I went to the US for WWDC. I brought it with me there. I went to Thailand for Porsche, and then I also went to Germany for Leica. And this came with me on all 3 trips. I have loved using this thing. It is so versatile. You can do so much with it, but it's also kind of frustrating at the same time. And that's what I mean about the over-engineered thing. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But let's talk about the build quality and just some of the nuance to this. It's this 3K twilled carbon fiber. It's very robust. It feels solid in the hands, and it's lightweight. This is coming around 1.76 kgs, about 3.89 pounds thereabouts. I'm not a mathematician, but it's right around that ballpark. And it's very compact. You can throw this in a suitcase, no problem at all. It does come with a little bit of a pouch. You can put it into the side of your backpack. And even with this ball head here, this 360 turning ball head, panoramic, whatever they're calling it, it's really well made. I keep saying that because it's true. Color combinations on this are interesting. You've got this sort of this dark green around the aluminum edges around here with the levers, and also the area where you're going to, adjust the leg of the tripod. That's kind of a dark green. Then you got this pink writing here. This is overhead video tripod. You've got this handle here, which, by the way, also doubles up as a tool. You screw the bottom of it, and you've got your tool bits here, your tips at the front here, which you can take out. They're magnetically attached, but they're very tight inside, so you might need another tool to pull them out. I can't seem to do that on this one. Maybe it's just my copy, I don't know. So I need a secondary tool to kind of pull them out, and then you attach it to the top here, and then you can do that accordingly. But yeah, that's one thing. It's a little bit tight in here. Ulanzi, make it easier. My fingers can't pull them out. Anyway, it is what it is. Outside of that though, we've got the F38 ball head here with the clip on this. Very easy to use. I've been using this a lot. It's the same kind of clip that you can use on, I think, PGY Tech, Peak Design. They're all very similar to this. Very easy, very small, and it locks in, and it's very secure. Let's talk about one of the attributes that I love about this tripod. It is the height. You know, when I bike, I'm a tall guy. I'm about 1.82, 1.83 meters, about 6'1" thereabouts. And I like a tripod that's around my height, but it's very hard to find them. Yes, you can, but usually they're quite big in terms of the overall size footprint of the tripod. This extends to a total of 1.87 meters. It's extremely tall. As a matter of fact, it's taller than me when I look up at it. It's that tall. To find a travel tripod that goes that height is absolutely amazing, because there's 2 center columns, and obviously one you split and you can actually do the overhead shots, as we talked about, because it says right on the tripod, overhead video tripod. So that's what it's about. I love this fact on this tripod alone. And also 5 kgs on the ball head here. There is a lot of weight you can put on this. This carbon fiber, this aluminum, all this put into play. They made a really robust tripod. It actually holds a lot more than you think it would when you hold this initially. You're thinking, can it hold this kind of weight? The answer is yes. I was even pushing down on it with my body, and it was holding on really, really good. In terms of the usability day to day, if you're just using it as a standard tripod and you're not trying to get too creative with the different angles you can do, it's great. To get into the different angles, it's relatively easy, but here's where we're going to get into the over-engineering part, so just kind of bear with me on this. There's a lot of knobs and levers. The thing about it is that they have to be in a certain position to work or not work, and then you have to extend here. Oh, that extends there, that doesn't. It can be a little confusing. And see, when it comes to tripods, I like it to be simple. Like, for example, there's this True Root. This is from Falcon, basically. I think Ulanzi's sister brand here, and they do more sort of professional stuff. Now, this is a photographer's tripod. Very, very simple, easy. 3-legged, twist, pull the center column up, lock it, You got a little bit of a head here, a little bit of a ball head here, and you're good to go. It's very simple. The JJ06 is not that way because you have to unlock this here or unloosen this here. Then you've got this kind of hits here. So you kind of make sure, okay, that doesn't work. This is open this lever up here. Oh, and that doesn't work. Oh, you got this knob here you got to use to pull up. It's confusing. And I would say that you do get used to it. But if you're like me and you use different tripods for different things, like here in my studio, I'll use my larger man photo tripods because they're designed for, video work and they're more robust. And then I go back to this maybe a week or two later when I'm out in the field, I forget. And then I'm like fiddling it with for 5 minutes going, oh, that's how you make this work. So my request to Ulanzi in the future, if obviously they make a JJ07, is that you make it a little bit simpler to use. You've already done a fantastic job engineering it, guys, and it's not a deal breaker. Let me put this out there. This is not a deal breaker what I'm talking about, but it's just, there's a lot going on here. And if you don't know how to work the tripod, you might get a little bit frustrated. I'm just putting that out there. But once you get the hang of it, it's all good. Okay, which does this? Is it this one? Nope, it's not that one. You see what I'm talking about here? So you got to move it up here, lock it. Anyway, let me show you this real quick again. So here, pull this out, very easy. It's so easy to use with this switch. That's it. Then these levers, quick, fast. They're tight. Sometimes that pop up like that, but just push down, make sure they're locked in. It's a really well-designed tripod that way. And it is solid, man. This is a really solid piece. But again, these knobs, pull that up, that allows you to turn a little bit. Then you got this lever here that goes up. There's a lot of things going on here. And that's the one thing that I would say is a bit challenging. Anyway, I've just talked about that. Let's move on. Okay, so in terms of panning, if you want to do some nice panning shots, what's it like using this? Is it very smooth? The answer is yes, it is smooth, but you have to take in consideration the weight of this tripod. It's very lightweight. So I would recommend if you're going to be doing some some panning and you want a very smooth action and you may be on some uneven terrain, you definitely want to hang your bag or something of a weight or a sandbag here below on this hook here just to sort of plant this. Because if you don't, it will move around a little bit on the ground. It's not going to come out of shape, but it's a lightweight tripod. So you got to keep that in mind, right? But once you do that, it is fine. Everything feels very smooth on this to the touch. It's well balanced, a little bit of counterbalance there. It's all designed beautifully in that regard. But of course, the big thing that you can do with this is tilt it down. This is cool. See, for me, I was looking for an overhead tripod for the longest time in my studio here because I wanted to do top-down shots. Now, I built a rig up here with a C-stand, but I was looking for a tripod that was small, compact, lightweight. This was a few years ago. And nobody really made one that was high enough for me, right? It was always, yes, they make them, but they're quite low. This gets extremely high. As I mentioned, 1.87 meters when you're your full top length, but obviously when you bend this down, it's going to bring it down, but it's still high enough to be over my shoulder while I'm sitting here and do a top-down shot. And then beyond that, you can even take it a step further. You can actually undersling it. And then you've got another interesting shot that you can play with. Again, depending on how you want to play around with this for a shot or two, but you can mix and match this and play around with that. Or if you want to do something of a bit of a kind of a two-in-one pan, you can do another shot where you're kind of just panning around as you're getting the shot. So that's kind of the gist on this tripod. I love the size, I love the portability, I love the features. And I think for videographers out there, even photographers, and I do a lot of photography, I would probably get this over the JJ05, which is designed for photography primarily, more so than video, because you still can do photography on this. If you don't want to do it, just take off this handle and just, use it as it is. But this handle is quite nice to use for photography as well. But I would say that this is a really good piece of equipment, and it's a great hybrid tripod that costs $300 US. There's tripods out there that don't even do half this, and they're double, triple the price. Obviously, they come from different brand names out there, so I'm talking about. A little bit high price on that. Something like this is going to give you so much more flexibility at a price point that's extremely affordable for a lot of you out there, and it's carbon fiber at $300 USD. It's not aluminum, It's carbon fiber. Yes, there's aluminum bits on it, but you know what I'm talking about. It's still extremely lightweight and easy to carry around with you. And that's the beauty of what Ulanzi's done with this JJ06. They've given you so much here, a little toolkit. They've given you a nice ball head, 360 panoramic. You've got overhead shots. You've got a really well-made carbon fiber tripod that you can put up to 5 kgs on this ball head here, 18 kgs overall with that. It's a really nice tripod. And that's why I consider it one of my favorite travel tripods so far out there in the marketplace. The only thing is, I feel is a little bit over-engineered. But if you're smarter than me, I would say pick this tripod up because you're going to definitely enjoy it. Anyway, guys, that's it. Short, sweet, to the point. Those are my thoughts here on this GlideGo tripod. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, smash that like button. Greatly appreciate the support. I'll chat to you all very, very soon. Take care.